Right, this is a video for a Honda Civic. This is a 2.2 diesel sports version. It's a 2008 car. The car is quite unique in the sense it's only done 33,000 miles from new. Benefits from a very full service history on the car, 2 owners from new. It's just had a new MOT placed on the car as well. Car's in Galaxy Grey metallics, you can see here. It's in really lovely condition as you'd expect given the mileage of the car. Bonnet's got hardly a stone chip anywhere on there. You can virtually nothing there at all. All the lenses completely clear, no damage, no cracks, fog lights all in good order. Front wing, really lovely. Front wheel alloy, really good condition. Hardly a mark on there, there's the tiniest little mark right on the edge there. Front tyres, absolutely tons of tread on it. Come down the side, panel works really good on the car, as you, again, given the mileage you'd expect. So it's very crisp, very clean. Just come down the flank, you just see just how clean that flank actually is. Come to the back wheel, alloy's completely unmarked on this side. Again, you've got a very good Michelin Pilot on the back, which looks very clean and good. Loads of tread on it. Around the back of the car, really clean, can't see a mark there at all. So come to the near side of the vehicle, again down nice and low. There is a tiny little car parking dimple dent on the front passenger door, which I'll show you, but just to assure you that's going to be taken out before anyone comes to see the car. Alloy wheels in really lovely condition on the back, completely unmarked. Again, a Michelin Pilot to the other side. Coming down this side here, it's all really clean. So if I can find this little dimple dent again, there it is, just up here. It's absolutely minuscule, but we're going to have that taken out by a company that comes around to do it for us rather. Wing mirror housing all good, front wing completely unmarked. And this alloy again, really good condition, and the tyres excellent. Just a minuscule bit of curbing just on the outside edge there. But externally, you know, if I was going to mark the car at a 10, I'd certainly give it a 9 as an absolute minimum. So coming to the boot area of the car, absolutely massive boot on the Civic, as you can see. Parcel shelves all good and intact. Plastics are in really lovely order at the back here, as is all the trim and the carpeted areas. Got your power outlet up here, nice and high. 60/40 fold on the rear seats, and the back of these seats are in wonderful condition. This video really doesn't do justice to just how nicely this car's been kept. So coming to the boot area of the car now, I've got the seats up in their vertical position in the back, which shows you part of how the magic seats work. Really clever design, allows for this huge cavernous area behind the front seats if you so wish. But everything in here, door card at the back, is in absolutely wonderful condition. The back of the seats and the plastics are really good. I do apologise, it's getting a little bit dark now, but to drop these seats down, just pull the lever up, drop it down. It's all beautifully engineered, as you'd expect from Honda, and the back seats are in absolutely wonderful condition. So coming to the front now, driver's door card. Again, really lovely order. Plastic's really good. The silver trimming around the electric window switches, which can be badly worn on some cars, is in very good order. Sill area, really good. And the driver's seat is absolutely superb. So it's kind of giving it a purpley hue on the dash on here, but it's in so really lovely condition. And passenger seat, again, absolutely fantastic. Right, so I'm inside the car now, engine running. Just want to show you down here, we've got the locking wheel nut set for the car, and you've got the full owner's manual pack in there as well. It's all good and intact. All the plastics in here are in fantastic condition, as you'd expect given the low mileage of the vehicle. It really is in fabulous order. You've got this really nice, simple radio CD system. Digital display up there is all in good order, and you've got the air conditioning system there as well. Coming down, you've got the centre area, 6-speed gearbox lever, all absolutely perfect, and all the plastics, handbrake, absolutely wonderful. Coming across, got the multifunction steering wheel, which has audio control on the left and information display controls on the right there. Brilliant dashboard. Got this two-tier design, which means you've got this nice high up mph readout, so your eyeballs hardly have to come off the road at all. And then you've got your main display for rev counter, coolant and fuel gauge there as well. As you can see, the engine is running, no warning lights at all on the car. Coming around here, engine start button, and you control traction control switch as well, and as I said, electric window switches down here, and everything works exactly as it should. It's all in fantastic order. Right, finally under the engine bay of the car, and the engines always sound a lot noisier on the video than they do in reality when you're stood here. But what we've got here is a really nicely presented engine bay. This Honda diesel engine's a brilliant unit. Very, very quiet in operation when you're driving it. Tremendous reputation for reliability and longevity. As with all these CTDi engines, there's no DPF filters to worry about, and they've got no cam belt either. It's a cam chain, so you've got no big bill looming in the future. So they're really nice engine. Alright, this is a road test of a Honda Civic 2.2 diesel sport, registered SD08WJN. The mileage at the time of test drive is 33,762 miles. This video follows on from a video you've just seen of the exterior of the car. The purpose of this is a brief road test of the car, just to show the car in operation. This is the very car you're coming to see, the car you saw on the outside. The reason we do these videos now is we're selling basically to people from the near continent, all over the UK, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and we are well aware that if people are willing to invest their time and energy to come down and see our cars, then we want to make sure that it isn't a wasted trip. So if there's anything on the car that I need to tell you about, any issues with the vehicle, I will do so. But it's just to give those who are going to come a long way reassurance that the vehicle drives exactly as it should, and that you can be assured that if you come down, that if you're driving home, you'll be driving home in a good solid example of the car you've obviously already done your homework on. So basically what I try and do is just one at a time just go through the aspects of the car which obviously you'll want to check yourself when you come down. First and foremost, the engine. It starts on the button, no smoke, no noises, exactly as it should, exactly as it sounded when it was new. Basically, it's got a lovely sweetness about this engine, which is a reflection of the very low mileage of the car. Pulls like an absolute train and very smoothly. No vibrations at all back through the car at all. That drives through obviously the clutch and gearbox. The clutch bites beautifully, really has a lovely position on the pedal. Again, just feels like new. The clutch pedal itself operates without any clicks, any squeaks, no noises. When you press and depress the clutch pedal, there's no change in the engine, there's no vibrations at all. Operates through this lovely slick 6-speed gearbox. It's an absolute joy to use. It really is just fingertip control. It just operates with a lovely, beautifully engineered feel, which only Honda seem to be able to get right. It's as with most gearboxes, it'll be cable operated, but Honda has that feel of being mechanical as well. But it does engage the gears absolutely perfectly. You will not find any fault with the transmission or the engine of this car. In fact, you'll be thoroughly delighted with it. It pulls like an absolute train, as I said. So, it's verging on kind of hot hatch quick. It's a really lovely engine. The brakes, lovely pedal, solid right at the top. No vibrations when you hit the brake pedal. No hint of any sort of wear within the braking system other than normal. So there's no kind of warping of discs or anything like that, which I can feel through the brake pedal at all. So again, just top draw. The chassis, likewise, drives absolutely beautifully. Steering's lovely and precise. Nothing coming back through the steering that shouldn't come back. So there's no clonks or bangs or rattles from underneath the car. It's got an absolute precision about it. They kind of talk about sort of scalpel sharp steering, and it really has that kind of instant you move the steering wheel, the car starts to move with you. But it's lovely and smooth. You know, I can't detect any notable wear in the car at all. It's really lovely in here. This is its domain, sort of B roads and A roads. They love this kind of road. It just shows up just how good this car is. Wind noise is very well suppressed. There's no damaged seals or windows hissing away at you as you drive along. So it means sort of long distances can be sort of covered in real comfort. Inside the car, as it says in the previous video, the plastics are in extraordinary condition. You know, again, as you'd expect given such a low mileage, but you know, even with low mileage, you know, people can damage interiors quite easily. But this, you know, whoever's had this car previously has cherished the car, because it does feel and drive absolutely beautifully. What's probably kind of harder to get over, certainly on a video, the visual thing, is just how the car drives in terms of its feel, and just how smooth the transition and change of direction, the steering, how it all kind of comes together. It's you know, for those who sort of live out in the country or going to be doing sort of, you know, a commute across road like this, then you know, it really is a beautiful car to drive along in. So unflustered, whereas other cars kind of tend to keel over and roll through the corners. This stays incredibly flat. You know, it is in a world of, you know, very good cars. You know, its natural competitors would be things like, you know, your Golf, Focus, Astra, Audi A3, BMW 1 Series. You know, to name but a few. You know, it's very different to all of those. You know, it's certainly better in lots of ways, probably not quite as good in others. I don't know what they would be, but I'm trying to think of them. But it's certainly got them all licked when it comes to reliability. It's far more reliable than any of the aforementioned. It's got an interior that's not just brilliant to use, but genuinely interesting. You know, you've got this 2-tier dashboard with a high up speedo, so I can see clearly as I'm driving along without having to move my head down or up, and I get the information assimilated immediately in my head. Where sometimes you've got to crook your head down, have a look, and just try and work out what speed you're doing. By that time, you've wiped out 3 cyclists, and you know, it's so it's not just there for looks, it's there for function, and it works absolutely brilliantly. All the sort of the information around the main binnacle here, with the, you know, the rev counter further down, and the fuel and temperature gauges below that, they're all so it's very easy to take that information in. Switch gear, you know, just falls to hand naturally. Once you've been in here for a day or two, everything just becomes second nature very, very quickly indeed, actually. It's really, really quick. So I apologise, it's obviously a bit darker than I was hoping when I started this road test. I did do an earlier one, but I was caught in traffic, so I decided to abandon that one and get on the roads where you can actually get a feel for how the car drives along. But as I said, you know, the reason, the purpose of this test drive is, you know, as a garage, we specialise in Honda cars. Both myself and Tony, the owners of the company, we used to work for the local Bristol Honda dealer, who we've still got a very, very good relationship with. They're a mine of information, a wonderful garage to work with, great staff, and have helped us out on many an occasion with the cars that we sell. But you know, we pick these cars, we hand-pick them, but we just want to make sure that if you are coming distance to us, that you'll know with, you know, a degree of certainty that the car drives exactly as it's meant to, and you'll be utterly delighted with it. Obviously, if we've missed anything on the road test, then clearly we apologise for that. It's you know, we try and cover all our bases as much as we possibly can, but but you know, as I said, if it doesn't matter where you're coming from, you'll be utterly delighted with the car. What I'm going to do for a few minutes is shut up and just drive, so you can just kind of see the car in motion, really. Try not to run the cat over. Oops, old thing. So just a couple of quick reminders, or things to point out, which I try and point out in all the videos, is the car itself is run by an engine that doesn't use any of these DPF filters, which are, I'm going to be honest with you, they're causing a nightmare in the trade, for obviously the trade, but more importantly the customers. You know, having to replace the filters at huge expense. Car's going into limp mode, so it's got none of that. It's also a chain driven engine in terms of it doesn't have a cam belt, has a chain, and there's no scheduled change for that at all. We've never changed a chain on a Honda, even with huge mileage on them. So you know, that's it saves on the running costs of the car. So you know, it's a very good engine, but they keep things nice and simple as well. But as I said, hopefully that's been a help to you. So if you missed anything out, just give us a call. We hope to see you soon.